How's it going, everybody? The second half of the PlayStation Summer Sale is running from now until August 12th, and there's a ton of absolute bangers on sale for up to 90% off. Every day I put together lists of the top games you can get at a deep discount, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's video. If any physical editions exist, you can find them down in the description, but with that out of the way, that's enough yapping from me, so let's get straight into it. For $4, 60% off, Doom 3 is a critically acclaimed action horror shooter that reimagines the original Doom, plunging you into a demon-infested Mars facility as a lone Marine fighting to stop a full-scale invasion from Hell. Navigate dark, claustrophobic corridors, battle terrifying enemies, and balance intense, shotgun-driven gunplay with survival horror elements as flickering lights, oppressive sound design, and sudden ambushes keep you on edge. It's an 87 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $5, 75% off, Wolfenstein The Old Blood is a standalone prequel to the critically acclaimed first-person action-adventure shooter Wolfenstein The New Order, delivering a thrilling, story-driven, and intense combat experience. Spanning 8 chapters and 2 interconnected stories, it features the hallmarks of machine games: high-octane action, immersive storytelling, cinematic set pieces, and brutal first-person combat. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $5, 90% off, Super Mega Baseball 4 delivers over-the-top baseball action with more than 200 fan-favorite legends like Vladimir Guerrero, Johnny Damon, and Jason Giambi joining the roster of Super Mega League All-Stars. Play in arcade-inspired matches with deep gameplay systems, including expanded team traits and 6 new stadiums, while enjoying presentation upgrades with vibrant animations and crystal-clear audio. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 10 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $5, 75% off, Road 96 is a crazy, beautiful road trip through exciting places and unusual people on a personal journey to freedom, a story-driven adventure set against a backdrop of authoritarian rule. Experience moments of action, exploration, contemplative melancholy, human encounters, and wacky situations, wrapped in a stunning visual style and a soundtrack filled with 90s hits, with 1,000 routes letting each player craft their own unique story. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 1 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $3, 85% off, A Juggler's Tale is a puzzle platformer where you guide a marionette through a grim yet enchanting medieval fairy tale world as she flees captivity in search of hard-earned freedom. You'll navigate environments shaped by your puppet strings, solving traversal challenges, slipping past bandits and deadly traps, and pushing through war-torn villages where danger and desperation hang heavy in the air. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 5 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $4, 80% off, Lucky's Tale follows a brave fox on a quest to save his friend Piggy from the tentacled Glorp, running, jumping, and climbing through a colorful world of charming characters, boss battles, and secrets in 3D platforming built for VR. This remastered version adds updated lighting, rendering, and audio, refined movement, and diverse levels spanning swamps, ruins, and catacombs through a third-person VR camera with headset tracking for aiming. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $5, 75% off, Haunted House reimagines the classic Atari adventure as Lynn Graves, niece of treasure hunter Zachary Graves, whose uncle's mansion is overrun with ghouls that snatch her friends, sending her to find the shattered pieces of a magical urn to free them all. Creep, sneak, and dash through procedurally generated room layouts and 3D isometric stealth gameplay, facing a boss guarding each urn shard and unlocking trapped friends as playable characters. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, and there's some broken trophies making the platinum unobtainable. For $4, 60% off, Quake is the legendary dark fantasy first-person shooter from id Software that helped define 3D shooters, blending gothic atmosphere with blisteringly fast combat against grotesque Lovecraftian horrors. This enhanced edition modernizes the classic with 4K support, improved character models, and smoother performance, while preserving the razor-sharp level design, maze-like castles and slipgates, and multiplayer options. It's a 92 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $5, 65% off, Pac Man Championship Edition 2 is a fast-paced arcade maze game that reinvents the classic formula with eye-popping 3D visuals and intense high-score action. Chain together massive ghost trains for maximum point bursts, dash through neon-lit mazes with strategic bumper mechanics and power pellets, and tackle score attack and adventure mode featuring challenging boss battles, fast-fleeing fruit, and remixed rules. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $3, 85% off, Metro 2033 Redux is a post-apocalyptic first-person shooter set in the dangerous tunnels of the Moscow Metro, where survivors struggle against mutant horrors while trying to protect what remains of humanity. You'll navigate claustrophobic stations in desolate surface wastelands, scavenge scarce resources, and engage intense combat as Artyom on a desperate mission to warn the remnants of mankind of a looming threat. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $4, 60% off, A Fisherman's Tale is a mind-bending VR puzzle adventure where you play as Bob, a tiny fisherman puppet navigating realities that twist and fold in on themselves, challenging your perception at every turn. Solve physics-defying puzzles, manipulate objects with your hands, and race to light the lighthouse before a looming storm, all while uncovering a mysterious and unexpectedly emotional story. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $4, 90% off, Shadow Tactics: Blades of the Shogun is a hardcore tactical stealth game set in Edo period Japan, where you control a team of specialists navigating castles, monasteries, and forest camps while avoiding enemies with strategy and planning. What begins as an infiltration mission evolves into a strategy-driven adventure as players coordinate each character's skills, set traps, poison opponents, and adapt to changing scenarios. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $2, 85% off, The King of Fighters 98 Ultimate Match returns with even more content, featuring 64 playable characters including Eiji Kisaragi, Kasumi Toto, Geese Howard, Mr. Big, and Wolfgang Krauser, plus EX versions of King, Blue Mary, and Ryuji Yamazaki, and unlockable characters like Orochi Iori and Goenitz. This release adds new stage backgrounds with switchable 2D and 3D styles, gallery modes, voiceovers, and an arranged soundtrack. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 5 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $5, 75% off, Destroy All Humans 2 is a sci-fi action adventure where you play as the alien Crypto, wreaking havoc on humanity across a Cold War-era open world filled with parody, chaos, and outrageous humor. Use an upgraded arsenal of alien weapons, unleash psychic abilities, and explore large sandbox environments while body-snatching humans, battling secret agents and military forces, and teaming up in co-op modes. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $5, 80% off, Moving Out is a chaotic, physics-based moving simulator where you join the Smooth Moves crew and haul furniture through suburban homes, haunted houses, and all sorts of wonderfully absurd environments. You'll lift, toss, and smash your way past obstacles as you race the clock, using momentum, teamwork, and creative problem-solving to wrangle everything from sofas to fragile appliances across increasingly wild moving jobs. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $4, 80% off, Shadow Man Remastered revives the cult classic horror action adventure with updated visuals, restored content, and expanded gameplay across Live Side and Dead Side. Hunt criminals with guns or voodoo powers, solve intricate puzzles, and explore iconic locations like Summer Camp, Salvage Yard, and Asylum Station 2, all while enjoying over 40 cinematic cutscenes, hours of voice acting, and a dark, immersive narrative. It's a 75 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $3, 75% off, Cat Quest is an open-world RPG set in the whimsical world of Felongard, where you play a heroic cat on a quest to rescue your catnapped sister from sinister forces threatening the kingdom. You'll explore a vast overworld filled with colorful characters, engaging stories, and challenging dungeons, while battling enemies, completing side quests, and leveling up your feline hero with new abilities, equipment, and magical powers. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $2, 75% off, Minit is an adventure played in 60-second increments, where you explore the world outside your home to help unusual folk and defeat dangerous foes, all while racing against a curse that ends each day after just 1 minute. Every choice matters as you traverse forests, villages, and mysterious ruins, solving clever puzzles, discovering hidden items, and unlocking shortcuts that make each run feel fresh and rewarding. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $5, 75% off, Astebreed is a high-octane, fast-paced arcade shooter that fuses classic shoot-'em-up gameplay with stunning 3D visuals and Japanese mecha design. Take control of Roy Beckett's powerful mech, unleash precision homing attacks, slash enemies up close with a deadly blade, and navigate waves of swarming foes across vertical, horizontal, and 3D perspectives while experiencing non-stop, cinematic action and intense boss battles. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $5, 50% off, Don't Be Afraid is an adventure horror game where you play as David, an 11-year-old boy kidnapped by a masked psychopath and trapped inside a sprawling, puzzle-filled house hiding countless dark secrets behind its locked doors and walls. Explore terrifying locations, avoid dangerous enemies with unique abilities, and piece together fragmented memories of your abduction as you race toward one of 3 possible endings. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $5, 50% off, 60 Parsecs is a dark comedy sci-fi survival adventure set in the atomic space age, where you have 60 seconds to grab supplies before your space station explodes, and then must keep a crew of woefully unprepared astronauts alive across the cosmos. Make difficult choices, manage soup shortages and other horrors of outer space, and maybe, just maybe, find a new home in this misguided journey full of Cold War paranoia and chrome-plated charm. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $4, 60% off, Doom and Doom 2 is the definitive collection of the genre-defining first-person shooters that pioneered modern FPS design and reshaped action gaming forever. You rip through hordes of demons across campaign missions and deathmatch maps, spanning Doom, Doom 2, TNT Evolution, the Plutonia Experiment, Master Levels, Sigil, and the Legacy of Rust episode created alongside Night Dive and Machine Games. It's an 88 average on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $4, 90% off, Sherlock Holmes The Awakened is a Lovecraftian mystery adventure where players become Sherlock Holmes, investigating disappearances linked to a dark cult worshipping an ancient god. Explore locations from Baker Street to Swiss asylums and Louisiana wetlands, manage encroaching insanity, and unravel the expanded storyline in this remake of the 2008 title with modern graphics and new gameplay mechanics. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $5, 75% off, Wolfenstein The New Order is an alternate history first-person shooter set in 1960s Europe, where a ruthless regime uses advanced technology to dominate the globe and only super soldier B.J. Blazkowicz can rewrite history. With elite combat tactics, an arsenal of advanced weaponry, resistance missions, and battles against massive mechs and unstoppable super soldiers, it delivers an intense campaign of global-scale warfare. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $5, 90% off, the LEGO Ninjago movie video game lets you become a ninja alongside Lloyd, Jay, Kai, and friends to defend Ninjago from the evil Lord Garmadon and his shark army. Master ninja agility by wall running, high jumping, and battling foes across 8 action-packed locations, each with unique challenge dojos, while upgrading combat skills, unlocking secrets, and uncovering hidden collectibles in a vibrant, cinematic LEGO world. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. Alright, that's it for today's list, everybody. If you've played any of these already, drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insights help others find great games too, it's not just mine. As always, I want to thank all my channel members for their generous support, but to all you out there who watch, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff as well, thank you. You're the reason I'm still having fun making all these videos every day, and I'm genuinely grateful for each and every one of you out there. If you can spare $1 a month, you get early access to all my videos, and it helps me out more than you know. But I know times are tough out there, so all I do ask is, if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with any new sale stuff that I put out, leave a like, and comment down below if you've got any of these platinums or plan on going for any of them.